Here we are at the beginning of August, and we are still talking about trade rumors. Now that teams are starting to figure out where they look in terms of salary cap space and positional needs, they may be looking at cheaper options on the market as well as looking to move out salary cap. We'll take a look at some of those teams. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe, and let's talk about some of the potential destinations for some of these players. So we're here in August, and there are still some pretty good players on the market. Starting off the list, we're taking a look at the Calgary Flames. The Calgary Flames definitely have some moves to make before the beginning of the season. Obviously, they have some players like Travis Hamonic, TJ Brody on the back end, who will be unrestricted free agents this time next year. So definitely some things to figure out there with Calgary. They may be looking to clear out some cap space, and Michael Frolik, a bottom six guy in the Calgary organization, seems to be the guy that may be getting the boot in Calgary. He's got a $5 million contract. He's a guy you definitely, if you could find a way to move a guy like Frolik, it would definitely be in the best interest of the team. I'm thinking a team like the Ottawa Senators would have to lead the list just because of the sheer amount of salary cap space they have. It just makes the most sense for the Sens to go after a guy like Frolik, try and add a little bit, bolster up that forward core in Calgary, in Ottawa. So they lead the list, but there are definitely a couple of other teams interested in Michael Frolik as well. We've heard about the Philadelphia Flyers being in on a guy like Frolik. The New Jersey Devils, who have the Devils not been in recently? So definitely a couple of options for the Calgary Flames to maybe make a deal. I would expect that before the season begins. I would expect Michael Frolik and the final year of his contract to be moved. Another guy to look at is Chris Kreider of the New York Rangers. It has been talked about now for almost 2 years, Chris Kreider being on the move out of New York, and we haven't seen much yet. I think the problem here is the value. The Rangers value Chris Kreider, and they could get a boatload for Chris Kreider, but now, as we're getting into his final year of his contract, Chris Kreider may not be as sought after or may not carry the value that the New York Rangers were hoping to get out of Kreider. So, definitely something to keep an eye on, but I'm not sure how many teams are really left in the running for a guy like Kreider. Obviously, I see a team like the New York Islanders being in the mix, but the Islanders and the Rangers, that whole rivalry there, I don't think Lou Lamoriello cares about that too much. I'm not sure if Jeff Gorton and John Davidson in the Rangers organization would feel comfortable making that move, unless it was an immaculate deal that really helped out the New York Rangers. I don't think that's going to happen, so we'll see, though. Definitely Kreider is a guy. He's another one like Frolik. I wouldn't be surprised before the start of the season that he gets moved out. We've seen the Rangers make some moves. This could be it for the Rangers. They just bought out Kevin Shattenkirk and the final 2 years of his deal. Make sure to check out that video as well. But this is definitely something that we're going to have to look at heading into the beginning of the season. The Rangers do not have much cap space. Yes, they got a little bit of help with Kevin Shattenkirk getting moved out. And this more than likely could keep a guy like Kreider in the organization for just a little bit longer. But we'll have to wait and see. Another player that's been talked about recently, obviously, the Tampa Bay Lightning made a trade with the Ottawa Senators for a couple of draft pick swaps. Ryan Callahan heading to Ottawa, and Mike Condon heading to Tampa. Now, this likely means that there's a surplus in the American Hockey League in terms of goaltending, and Louis Domingue seems to be the guy that could find himself out of Tampa Bay before the beginning of the season. So, just a little rundown of a couple of names still available. You still have the RFA market, but we're not, who knows how long that could take. I don't think general managers are willing to wait that long. Jason Zucker was talked about for a while, but now with the whole situation in Minnesota, you have to wonder what's going on in Minnesota. So maybe they don't see a deal get done there. But let me know what you guys think of some of these guys being available. Obviously, Michael Frolik has a 10-team no-trade list, so that may make things a little bit more complicated there for the Calgary Flames. Chris Kreider, I do not believe, has any sort of protection against a trade, but it may be a problem of finding the right price for the New York Rangers. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Check out our summer report series where we take a look at all 31 NHL teams during the summer, the dog days of the summer, and heading into next season. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.